Hey, football fans. The college football world is buzzing again with some fiery takes on NIL and the future of the game. This week, Deion Sanders made headlines by suggesting that college football might need a salary cap on NIL deals to level the playing field. But not everyone is buying what Coach Prime is selling. Let's dive into what Urban Meyer had to say in response, and what this means for the upcoming season. Welcome back to the channel. If you love inside scoops on college football drama and hot takes from the biggest names in the sport, you're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down the clash between two legendary coaches, Deion Sanders and Urban Meyer, over NIL caps and college football's financial realities. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our football updates. Now, let's get into it. Deion Sanders, entering his third season as head coach at Colorado, has been making waves lately. At Big 12 Media Day, Sanders suggested that college football might need a salary cap on name, image, and likeness deals. Why? Because he believes the current system heavily favors powerhouse programs like Ohio State and Alabama, leaving schools like Colorado at a serious disadvantage. Coach Prime thinks a cap could create a fairer environment, making the playing field more level across all college programs. With the NIL era still evolving, Sanders is arguing that the big market schools have an unfair advantage thanks to massive alumni networks and corporate sponsors who can write huge checks to their players. But Urban Meyer, the former Ohio State head coach and one of the most successful college coaches of the modern era, was quick to shoot down Sanders' idea. On the latest episode of the Triple Option podcast, Meyer called the notion of an NIL salary cap more of the same tired conversations that have been swirling around college football for years. Meyer was blunt. "I could care less," he said. According to him, the idea of an NIL cap will never happen because the realities of college football are very different from what Coach Prime envisions. Meyer explained that Colorado is simply not the same as Ohio State or Alabama, or any of those big market programs with huge alumni bases and deep pockets. That's just the way it is. He compared the situation to Major League Baseball, where you have star players making more than entire teams. He used Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers superstar, as an example of how some players will always earn more than others, and this disparity is built into the system. Mark Ingram II jumped in to confirm Meyer's example, specifically calling out Ohtani as a real-life example of this financial disparity in professional sports. Meanwhile, Rob Stone noted that the Big 12 preseason favorite, the conference currently dominating the NIL space with big spending, has not called for a salary cap. This highlights a key point. The programs with the most NIL resources and success are content with the status quo. They have no interest in limiting what they can spend to attract top talent. So what does this mean for Deion Sanders and Colorado? The blunt truth from Meyer's camp is clear. If Coach Prime wants to compete with the big boys like Ohio State or Alabama, he has to figure out a way to spend like the big boys. Or, as Meyer implied, maybe he should consider taking a job with one of those powerhouse programs if he wants access to that level of resources and recruiting power. Adding fuel to the fire, Colorado is already down its Heisman-winning quarterback and the only starting QB Sanders has ever known at the program. This puts even more pressure on Sanders to find creative ways to compete in an uneven NIL landscape. With the season fast approaching, this debate is far from over. NIL is still a wild frontier in college sports, And as schools and coaches navigate this new era, expect plenty more opinions, clashes, and maybe even some surprises. Will Deion Sanders find a way to build a competitive program in the face of these financial challenges? Will NIL reforms ever come to pass, or will the gap between the haves and have-nots only widen? These are the questions that will shape college football's future, and we'll be here to cover every twist and turn. So, what do you think? Should college football have an NIL salary cap to level the playing field? Or is it just the reality of the sport that some schools will always have more resources? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more insider NFL and college football content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.